What's going on, you savages? Welcome back to more WWE 2K18 coverage. As always, bringing you guys an in-depth breakdown of what have been revealed. And today, 2K Spotlight was all about creation, going all the way from creative superstar, the highlight reel, creative match, all the match types, and also all the new moves that will be in WWE 2K18. Now, I already covered some of these in the channel, such as all the match types for the game, all the creative match options, and also all the new moves which I slowed down for you guys, because in the original video it was just way too fast. Nonetheless, right now we're gonna go through all of that plus much more that you guys probably missed from when you first watched the video. Anyways, you savages, make sure that you guys elbow drop that like button and let's get right to it. So if it's okay with you guys, I want to start off with the highlight reel because it was probably the highlight of this video. See what I did there? Nonetheless, for us content creator, we have been waiting for this for quite some time now because we're gonna be able to create some content for you guys that are gonna be so cinematic and unique that, in my personal opinion, if it is used correctly, then it's always gonna keep the way that we look at the game fresh. And this is the good thing about highlight reel because it creates a different presentation, and the fact that we're getting free cam this year, it is finally coming back, that is gonna be the massive improvement. And trust me, this is great not just for you the viewers, but also for us the creator, because it's gonna give us so much more opportunities. So the first thing that we get to see is very similar to last year, where we are able to pick the angle, the target, the start point, and the end point of the highlight that we want to save. But of course, the big addition here is the fact that we're able to manually control the camera. So it is explained that it's very simple. All you have to do is pause the game similar to last year, go to highlight reel, and save the highlight that you guys want to save. The good thing about this right off the bat is the fact that there's no encoding, thank the Lord. So once it's saved, you're good to go. Finish off the match, then go to create a video, select your highlight that you just saved. Now back to the main menu though, when you pause the game, there's a lot much more things that you're able to do with your highlight reel. So of course, you could slow down the motion, slow down your highlight reel similar to how you've been able to do. You could also reverse it, but another huge addition to this year's game is that you're able to alpha mask your highlight reel. So what this is, which is even much more interesting, because I'm already thinking of the fact that there's so many great creators out there that do some crazy editings that obviously I'm not even able to do. I'm not really that good at editing to begin with, but some of these guys are amazing, and with this feature they're gonna be able to create even much more unique content. So what alpha mask option does is that we're able to hide the referee, the crowd, and also everything else, the background. So ultimately what you could end up having is two superstars fighting it out in a transparent screen. So fighting it out in an all black screen or in a green screen that we're able to make whatever it is that we want. So imagine you have good editing skills, you can make two superstars fighting on a beach. But in creative video, we could also add their own background video that WWE 2K18 includes to make it much more easier for us. So there's a lot of new videos that we're able to add as backgrounds if we want to, that are going to add to a unique presentation. Overall, very excited of the fact that the highlight reel received a major overhaul. Even if they only added the free cam, that in itself is a massive improvement. Up next, we got the create a superstar, and right off the bat I gotta say that I love the menu and the way that it is being done this year. There are a lot of new things and things that are returning to the series, thank God, and things being changed to our liking, obviously. So for example, for the logo, you could switch the mapping by pressing R3, and instead of having the logo fade away, you could have it all around your clothes and customize it however you want. So it looks like the old feature is there, the one that was in WWE 2K17, but we're gonna get another one, which is the one we've been asking for, to have it all around. The other highlights from this are, for example, that we're gonna be getting the 4 superstar models that we're able to begin with and start the customization from there. So instead of having the same default one, you could actually select one that already kind of resembles you or whoever you're trying to make and keep on going from there. But there's more, such as moving your scars all over your body. But to better explain Creator Wrestler, I'm gonna turn it over to my man Jinx because he did an awesome explanation of it.
We added a variety of face templates that represent different races and ethnicities, which you can use as is or modify to your liking. We also changed the way that we handle body types this year. We give you guys the option to choose between 2 different body types that you can blend in between to find your superstar's ideal body type. Don't worry, we still allow you to customize the body on a more granular level by allowing you guys to choose between different shapes per body part. You can even add some flair to hairstyles that expose the scalp by choosing between some pretty cool designs that get carved into your superstar's head. Speaking of carving, we now allow you to move scars around all over the body. We also stepped up our dental game. If you want to go for that brawler look, you can now because we allow you to remove teeth from your superstar's mouth. We also added a few new material types this year, such as carbon fiber, glitter, glow, and blacklight. But we'll come back to that later on. I know this was a sore subject for many users out there, the fading of the edges on the logos. In previous years, the logos would fade out whenever they got close to the edges. You guys will be pleased to learn that we fixed that this year. We added a new logo mapping method that allows you to wrap the logo around the part. Last year, we introduced a new feature that allowed you to create stitch patterns for your attire. There were some issues with it, so this year we redesigned it. So rather than applying stitch patterns right onto the superstar, we allow you to draw the pattern first and apply it later, and it gets saved to a library so you can reuse those patterns wherever you want. So for body art, we added the ability to combine the emboss effect with transparency, so the body art can have a branding-like effect when applied. Within the CAS menu, we added the ability to preview the different lighting scenarios throughout the game. This comes in really handy when applying those glow and blacklight materials that I touched on earlier. Having this functionality allows you to control how intense these materials behave throughout various parts of the game. Now, we're not limiting these materials to just attire. You can also apply these effects to tattoos, body art, and hair as well.
So there you guys have it in regards to create a superstar. Very interesting, and I like the fact that we're getting old features returning because they definitely been missed. And the fact that it's gonna be much more easier creating glowing attires and logo this year, we are bound to see community creation filled up with that. So of course we also got the chance to look at it in a clip of an entrance that they showed. And to add even more to create a wrestler is the fact that we're able to choose between different poses and face expressions for you to look even much more unique in all the loading screens and selection screen of your superstar. You could also use your entrance attire as your main menu screen pose. Again, much more freedom for us to look unique. Up next we get into the create an arena, which is very interesting because now we're getting different type of arenas, and more specifically smaller arena, which if we're trying to create, for example, an indie show, these arenas are gonna be great for it. So this is the good thing about having a smaller venue for us to create an arena in. For create a show, we also get much more options, including the fact that you're able to pick a referee, and they actually show us other referees that are going to be featured in WWE 2K18. I would also like to mention that right before they transitioned from create a show menu, my man Elias was the last one to be shown. I wonder why. We also got a look at the new screen filters. The 8-bit filter was the one that was specifically shown here, which certainly looks pretty good. Kinda wondering how long we're able to play with that though, because I feel like my eyes will get tired nowadays, but it's still good to have it, especially with highlight reel. Again, we're gonna be able to create much more unique content, and as a viewer you're gonna be able to see different things. Up next, the highlight reel was shown, which I discussed, but following that we got other match types reveal that will be in the game. Now I covered this earlier, but the ones that we're able to pick are similar to last year: 1-on-1, 2-on-2, triple threat, fatal 4-way, 6-man, 8-man, Royal Rumble, and handicap matches. The most notable one is the 8-man matches, which we are able to play 8-man tag team, 8-man ladder matches, and 8-man battle royal. Unfortunately, as you guys see in this menu, and as I discussed in my previous video just talking about other match types, we are not getting the classic ones that we kinda were expecting to get this year, you know, such as special referee matches, very alive matches, and I'm extremely surprised that we're not getting at least an ambulance match, especially since we saw it this year on television. Nonetheless, unfortunately, that is not coming back, but the good thing is that we are getting creative match back, and that is gonna give us the freedom to at least change options around and make other interesting matches. So for creative matches, you guys can see on the top right, there's basically 5 steps. We pick the match type that we want to play, then we pick the winning condition, which we have pin and submission, 2 out of 3 falls, Iron Man, over the top rope, KO, last man standing, finisher match, perform a finisher to win, first blood, and climb out of the cage match only. So in all technicality, you could make any match a first blood match. That's just an example of what we could do. The next step is to pick the rules, such as no disqualification, rope break, elimination, false count anywhere, interferences, and much more. Following that, we get to pick in regards to the environment, so we could start off with 1 or 2 finishers stored up if we want to. We could also change the health and the recovery time, as well as the steel cage and the elimination chamber that we want to play as, the classic one or the newer one. For steel cage, there's actually 3, and that is the blue classic one, the black one, or the steel, which is the regular one that we see on TV nowadays. And then up next, it was shown to us all the new moves that will be featured in WWE 2K18, which includes a couple of moves of Superstar that are even missing from the roster this year, such as for example Elias Sampson. So that is very interesting. Chances are that he's gonna be one of the Superstars to be revealed first as the DLC, and since his move is being included now, chances are that he's probably gonna be in the first pack, hopefully with the Hardy Boys. I'm just saying. And nonetheless, you savages, that is what I got for you guys on this coverage, on this full breakdown of what was revealed today on Spotlight episode number 7. I hope that you guys enjoy and found this informative, and if that is the case, make sure that you guys elbow drop that like button, turn on those notifications to be fully up to date on everything WWE 2K18, and we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers on Macho T. Dig it!